5 cars we will all buy in 2030. What's up everyone? As you might know already, we are truly living in the golden age of performance cars. Never before have we seen so many interesting and diverse performance cars available on the market, and never before has the choice been so hard to make. From compact roadsters, highly capable hot hatches to the lineup of new sports cars and surprisingly competent American muscle cars, they are all fantastic machines which can provide loads of driving fun. As you might imagine though, there is one problem for most of us, and that is the price. The most interesting models are all a bit pricey and above the reach of an average enthusiast. The only solution to the problem is to buy them used, and we suspect that all of the cars on the list will be pretty affordable by 2030. Number 1. Toyota GT86. The GT86 and its twin brother the Subaru BRZ were introduced in 2012 and immediately drew attention from performance car guys for their raw driving dynamics, low weight, uncompromised handling, and lively performance. The GT86 and BRZ technical layout is pretty basic, with a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder boxer engine which sends power to the rear wheels over a close ratio 6-speed manual gearbox. With 200 horsepower on tap, the GT86 doesn't sound as powerful as some of the competitors, but if you consider that it weighs just 1,200 kilograms or 2,700 pounds, it is more than enough for spirited driving experiences and massive skids thanks to skinny rear tires. With the price of a brand new GT86 in the $30,000 range or £28,000 in the UK, the Toyota is relatively affordable. But by waiting a few years, we'll be able to pick up a perfect example for just a fraction of that price. By 2030, who knows, maybe the GT86 will be the new Miata. Number 2. Hyundai i30N. The brand new i30N is a very interesting model, since it's the first hot hatch ever produced by this brand, and a long-prepared entry into the highly competitive market segment. The i30N introduction marks the beginning of a new era for the Korean brand, and shows that Hyundai is capable of producing a proper competitor to the likes of the Golf GTI, the Focus ST, or the Civic Type R. The specs of the new i30N show that Hyundai has decided to attack the established models head-on and prove that there is a new kid on the block. Under the hood is a 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder with 275 horsepower sent to the front wheels over trick differential, designed to reduce torque steering and improve cornering. At a $30,000 base price or £27,400 in the UK, it's great value for money, but for most of us it's still kinda pricey. With a 0 to 60 mph time taking 6.1 seconds and a top speed of a pretty impressive 155 mph, the i30N is a great proposition, but we bet it would be quite an inexpensive purchase in the near future. With the EP3 Civic Type R being a great option now, 16 years after production, I reckon the i30N might go the same way. Number 3. Abarth Su4 Spider. The resurrection of the famous Abarth performance mark brought us several interesting models, like the brand new Su4 Spider. Based on the Mazda MX-5 and even built on the same assembly line, you'd think that this little roadster drives and handles just like the Miata, but you would be wrong. The Abarth has a 1.4-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder turbo engine and unique suspension settings which totally transform the character of this model. That is why the Su4 Spider is a bit livelier than the Miata, with a cooler design and resemblance to the iconic Su4 Spider from the 60s and its rally-winning Abarth variant. With a base price of $33,000 or £28,800 in the UK, the Abarth Su4 Spider is somewhat more expensive than the MX-5, but we would argue that it has more personality and appeal, which makes its higher price understandable. We know you want this car, but just wait till you see how much it'll cost you in 10 years' time. Number 4. Porsche 718 Cayman S. For over 20 years, the Porsche Boxster and Cayman have been one of the best affordable driver's cars. The mid-position flat-six engine, rear-wheel drive, signature Porsche's quality, and perfect handling made any Boxster or Cayman a favourite for twisty roads. It basically offers you 90% of the Porsche 911 driving feel for 60% of the 911 price, which is a great deal by any means. However, if you turn the percentages into numbers, we'll get to the sobering discovery that a new 350 horsepower Cayman S is a whopping $67,000 or £51,000 in the UK. That's just the base price without any extras. Yes, the new Cayman S is a fantastic car and one of the best sports cars currently available, but it is just too expensive for a lot of us. That being said, with older Caymans and Boxsters dropping to under $15,000, this suggests that the 4-cylinder 718 will be a bargain buy in 12 years' time. Number 5. BMW M2. Every BMW M car is an extremely desirable second-hand performance machine, but the new M2 is one that we are truly waiting for. Introduced in 2016, the M2 marked BMW's return to its roots, with a smaller, more muscle car-like model available in 4 colors and with just a few options. The M2 is a pure driver's car, powered by a turbocharged 3-litre 6-cylinder engine with 370 horsepower, sharp handling and precision steering, which you would expect from a proper M car. 0 to 60 takes 4.1 seconds, with the top speed electronically limited to 155 mph. Ever since the M2 was released, it's been extremely popular, not just with the enthusiasts, but also with the motoring press, calling it one of the most important performance cars of the decade. However, this incredible piece of BMW magic comes with a steep price: $54,000 in the USA or £47,000 in the UK. As for us, we'll follow the second-hand market and wait until 2030 for our perfect used example, rather like the E46 M3 these days. So there you are. Which car would you buy in 2030? Would you buy them sooner? Let me know in the comments below. I reply to every comment in the first 3 hours. Cheers!